back early.
Right. What you wearing tonight?
Well, you don't usually ask.
I just want you looking gorgeous.
Oh, why? To impress visiting royalty?
What's wrong with you? You dodged lunch. You're iffy about tonight. I thought you liked young Stephen.
I do.
Good, because there's nothing not to.
Good. Well, don't worry. I'll be there, looking as close to gorgeous as I can these days. Does my head feel hot?
Well, I expect so, yeah? You've been stood over a frying pan for the last hour. You've not got berry neither, nor galloping consumption. It'll be fine.
I mean, I could cope as long as I didn't have to see him again.
It was always on the cards.
Oh, no, you're right. Just deal with it, Alma, like the sophisticated, mature woman that you are. How does appendicitis start?
Stop worrying. It won't be as bad as you think.
What won't?
Dentist. Having a wisdom tooth out.
All right, that's why you couldn't make lunch the other day.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Right. Well, I'm no expert, but I can spot a funny excuse when it pokes me in the eye.
I was just trying to make things easier for you.
By keeping out of my way,
I thought you'd prefer it.
I prefer for us to be friends.
Why? I mean, after the way I behaved.
Because you're one of the brightest, funniest, nicest ladies I know.
You missed out stupidest.
Alma, watch my lips. There's no problem. I'm here. We had some great laughs. Remember that lunch at the corn sheaf?
Wheat sheaf.
So we still friends? Have we got a deal?
Still friends.
How's Mr. Sugden today?
Mustn't grumble. Fancy him remembering his name. He's a grand fella, that fella. He is that.
Yes, grand.
I hear you're going out to dinner with Stephen tonight.
It's not a date, Mum.
I'd be disgusted if it was.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
No, it's all right, Gail. Just let her dirty little mind do its best. It will, anyway.
I just hope you're going to behave yourself, lady.
Why, are you worried I'm going to seduce him over the bread rolls?
I don't think Stephen wants to be put into any more embarrassing situations.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, Alma. Listen, I'm concerned for the both of you. Would you tell her, Gail?
No, it's none of my business, ma'am. Nor yours, for that matter.
He's your brother. Do you want to see him getting entangled
With a woman that's old enough to be his mother? Hmm?
I was going to say, with another man's wife. Alma, if you have no regard for Stephen's welfare, at least have some for your own husband.
I think you better go, ma'am.
Yes. Right. That's it. I'm going to tell Mike.
Look, if you think that by bringing this into the open he's going to make Stephen whisk you off to Canada...
Oh, I know he won't do that. You're right. I mean, he just does want my friendship, but I owe it to Mike to tell him before Audrey gets to him with her X-rated version of events.
She wouldn't do that.
Oh, come on, Gail. Your mother's a loose cannon at the best of times. But when it comes to her precious son, she is right out of control. And that is a risk I am not prepared to take.
Date with Mr. Canada, eh? Oh, he's cute, he is, and that accent.
Yes, he does seem pleasant. Anyway, it's not a date. I'm just making up numbers.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's why you've had your highlights done, and a blow dry, and a manicure.
Well, Mike's taking us somewhere posh. I just don't want to show him up.
Look, if anyone deserves a good night out, it's you. Enjoy it.
Thanks, love. Ta-da.
See you later. She's widowed. She's done been married a couple of months and all.
Didn't realise it was still lunchtime.
Late lunch.
What you got there?
Egg and cress.
It's years since I had an egg sandwich. Got a question for you. Why is it that women go a bit goo-goo over someone different?
How different?
Well, not the sort of bloke you meet every day.
It gets boring every day.
Only I heard Trish going on about how she's got the hots to Terry Duckworth. Doesn't say much for her judgment, does it?
She's lonely.
No woman could be that lonely. Evil little swine is that Duckworth.
Yeah, I know she seems to go for that sort. Well, I don't know about different.
Who's compared to the Curly Watts of this world? Think we ought to warn her?
Look, none of my business.
I mean, but supposing it was. I mean, supposing it was your daughter. How would you handle it?
What is this? You thinking of taking up some counselling course?
No. No, it's just if I'm going to be employing a lot of females again, I want to know how their little brains work.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, don't get heavy. That's it. Think of it as a passing phase, you know. I mean, the worst thing you can do is say stay away, because that just makes them all the keen.
Forbidden fruit, eh? That figures. Perverse lot, you women.
It's good to see you care so much about your workforce.
Well, it's just that she's my tenant as well as my employee, unfortunately. Duckworth gives her any grief, I'm the one that's going to suffer. Anyway, thanks for the sarnie.
I appreciate your concern.
But you're a big boy now. I know, sweet. It's just that I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I don't want you to.
Listen, Alma's a lovely lady. If she'd been 20 years younger and there hadn't been a husband around, yeah, I might have been interested. But as it stands now, we're just good friends. End of story.
Does she know that?
Yes, she does. Now, can we talk about something else?
Hi. I'll book a cab for 7:30, all right?
Mike?
I'll tell you what, better make it 7:15. We're picking Deirdre up en route.
Mike, there's something I've got to tell you.
Ooh, sounds ominous.
And it's not something that I'm proud of.
Oh, come on then, darling, spit it out.
It's Stephen.
Oh, yeah?
Well, last time he was here, I made a fool of myself. I made a sort of pass at him.
And what's a sort of pass?
I kissed him.
Well, there are kisses and kisses. I mean, friendly, sisterly, motherly.
Well, it wasn't motherly.
Ooh. And was it returned, this unmotherly kiss?
No, but, I mean, that's hardly the point, is it?
It'd have been a whole different ball game if it had have been.
Mike, it is not funny.
I wouldn't be laughing if he'd have taken the huff and told me to sling the contract.
You don't give a toss, do you, as long as it doesn't jeopardise your business? Is that it, eh? Eh?
No, of course not. I mean, you had a bit of a crush on him. I mean, these things happen, especially to women of a certain age. How'd you feel about him now?
Indifferent.
Oh, well then, no need to dash off to the divorce courts just yet, is there? Listen, be an angel, run me a bath, will you? I've got a phone for this cab. Now then.
I have a friend back home who's a travel agent. Donna's always trotting off on so-called educationals, and boy, are they.
Yes, so I've heard. But I'm just a glorified clerk.
Hey, nobody's just an anything.
Deirdre used to be a big wheel in the local council.
Well, no need to try and impress.
Used to be. Didn't you want to go further?
I'm not really into politics. I like helping out at a grassroots level. Only the voters decided they could do without my assistance.
Well, their loss. From what I know of politicians, both local and otherwise, most of them are only in it for what they can get out of it.
Unlike businessmen.
At least we're honest about our motives.
Probably the only thing you can say about us.
You sound as if you don't like your job.
Well, it has its moments, but being a salesman wasn't my ambition as a kid.
What was?
This is boring. Why are we talking about me?
Oh, no, I'm sure everybody'd like to know. Well, what did you want to do?
Be a professional skater. You did ask.
You never told me that.
I always wanted to be a private eye. I want the facts, ma'am. Just give me the facts.
So, why didn't you become a skater?
Well, I gave myself all sorts of reasons. Couldn't find a Torval for my dean, but the truth is I was never going to be a Christopher Dean anyway.
I used to go down to the ice rink years ago. There was a whole gang of us went. I was useless, but it was fun.
Well, if it was fun, why'd you stop?
Oh, if you heard my limbs creak, you wouldn't ask that.
You look like you're in great shape to me.
Deirdre's one of the few women I know that hasn't let herself go.
Would you excuse me? think I need to powder my nose.
Here, let me top you up. Great girl this, you know. We go quite a long way back. In fact, I had a soft spot for her years ago.
Mike, stop it. What'll Stephen think?
That I've got great taste in women. Right, Stephen?
She'll not tell him.
You've not given much choice.
Well, what's it to do with me, Gail?
Oh, come on, ma'am. All these veiled threats. She never knows what lurid tale you're going to come out with next.
Look, I just wanted to warn her off Stephen. I never meant to make trouble between her and Mike.
No, like you never meant to make trouble between me and Martin that time.
Oh, that was a lovely evening. Thanks.
Well, it's Mike you should thank, but maybe we could do lunch sometime.
I'd like that.
Perhaps you could take it to the corn sheaf.
Listen, you take the cab that's outside. There's one on its way.
Well, can't we all share?
Well, there's no point, is there? Steve will drop Deirdre off, you don't mind, do you?
It's my pleasure. She can give me the lowdown on council corruption. Thanks for a great night, Mike.
My pleasure. I've enjoyed it.
Night.
No.
Night.
Now shouldn't be long.
I just don't believe it.
What have I done now?
Well, you sat there all night so polite, so smarmy, so normal.
More polite I am. Normal I am. Smarmy. Have to think about that. All right, I'll level with you. This hasn't come as a complete surprise to me.
What, you mean you knew? Well, has Audrey...
No, but I'm not stupid, darling. Had an idea you fancied him. It's understandable. He's young, successful, good-looking. The sort women fall for. I mean, look at Deirdre tonight. Oh, all over him like a rash.
So you decided to humour me, did you, like a brainless kid?
Oh, come on. You had a little crush on him. It's over. Why make a scene about it?
It was more than a little crush. I'd have gone to bed with him if he'd asked me.
But he didn't, did he?
No, I told you.
So what do you want me to do, eh? Sock him one because he wouldn't sleep with you? That may be Jim McDonald's scene, but not mine.
Well, at least he cared enough about his wife to be jealous. He didn't just flaming well ignore it. Do you know, it was bad enough throwing myself at a man who didn't give a toss for me. But what really twists the knife is knowing that neither do you.